Hello, and welcome to another podcast of Hello to Healing. I'm one of your hosts, Michaela,
And I'm the other one, Michelle.
and today we are going to be welcoming the new year of 2026. And Michelle, kind of kick us off with what that means.
I think 2026 is just going to be phenomenal. It is going to be a year of much spiritual growth for all of us. It is a time for us to become more aware of things, more observant of things. Connect into your intuition
Mm-hmm.
so that you can also develop more of that. And also, another big component is we really need to get the love out to this planet and those people that reside here. There's a lot of turmoil going on right now, a lot of fear.
Yeah, but there's always going to be polarized opposites. I think that
True.
could be discussed about our planet itself, that we as humans, I mean, there's something called shadow work, which if you've never heard of shadow work, it's really working with the darker side or the things that you can't see about yourself. And just like in our day-to-day life, you might know someone that has shadow sides to themselves, parts of themselves they don't recognize. And doing what the shadow work is acknowledging that there are things within yourself that can work on. And I think that's one thing too, is we shame that shadow side because it means that there's something wrong with us. But that's really about the ego coming in and telling us that we need to be perfect or we have to be a certain way, when the truth is life in general is about growth and working on yourself. And there's no shame in acknowledging that maybe there's some things in myself that I need to work on. It's okay.
Yeah, but part of growth is choice. It's
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's the choice to recognize, become aware of those things, and make choices that are for your growth, that aren't hindering you, that are moving you forward. It is that is also a very important aspect. But all of us have intuition. We all do, and I think that we don't recognize it enough to let it develop a little more. We need to recognize synchronicities in things. Things don't happen just by chance. They are oftentimes synchronicity or put into order for us, and we need to recognize that and kind of go,
Give
oh,
us an example of a time that you've had a synchronicity of some kind that was like in your face.
I'm trying to think of one that specifically. Oh well, there was one time that in a 6 month period, I had 3 car accidents and totaled out 2 cars.
Ooh.
And really, honestly, what happened in that was I had to travel to get to work, and it was you're not supposed to be working there anymore. You need to be moving on to something else that is more beneficial for you. Now, why it took 3 times, I don't know.
Not listening.
But it wasn't listening. And I mean, those are not necessarily positive things, but no one was hurt. So that's positive.
Three
But
times.
yes, 3 times. But it became something finally I went, oh, aha, okay. And
I need to
I
change.
stopped that job and I went somewhere else. I had to make a change for my own personal growth. So that is a thing for me in that.
No one ever said personal growth was going to be easy.
No, no. And you shouldn't expect it to necessarily be that. The challenges make us stronger, right?
It does.
For sure. Another thing I want to bring up in 2026 is that I think we also need to start recognizing we are not alone on this planet. And what do I mean by that? I think that we need to start opening our eyes to the fact that there are extraterrestrials, other beings from other planets that are actually here to help us transition to a higher level, to a higher frequency. And I think 2026 is the time that you're going to see more of this. There's going to be more information. There's going to be more people talking about it. And I really want individuals to open up their heart and their mind to this concept and to try to integrate it in and be more accepting and not fearful of the ideas. I think, it's been brought up many times, but I really think that we're going to be seeing more of that in the next coming years.
I mean, extraterrestrial is just something foreign to us, right?
Correct.
Something that's unfamiliar, unseen, or just straight up bizarre to us. I mean, if you talk about spaceships, UFOs, things like that, some would claim the military, some would claim that there's some other kind of things going on that we just might not know fully what it is. Me personally, I've seen a couple UFOs in my life, and with other people that are straight up not believers of that. But after seeing those kinds of things, you just have to sit there and be like, okay, maybe we're not the biggest fish in the sea. Like maybe there's something else going on here. And it's not about being fearful of the unknown. It's about knowing that we live in a never like an ever expanding universe. I mean, it it's just constantly growing and expanding. So the question is why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
and why not learn something from them? I'm sure that energetically some of them are way beyond what we are, and there's something to learn from them uh, about that. So I'm just thinking, 2026 kind of may kick this off, and that we should be opening ourselves up to it and learning more. And um, perhaps there's some of you that may channel some things. I don't know. I think that that would be a wonderful expression. So, we need to be doing this, and we need to be accepting it. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's will expand our universe for sure.
All right. Well, yeah, 100%. And I just want to say thank you for tuning into our podcast today. We are part of a business called the Power Within Wellness, and we offer actually a few different types of energetic modalities with something called the harmonic egg, and also the body code, belief code, and emotion code, as well as an energetic healing sessions, which to go more into detail about that, please visit our website at thepowerwithinwellness.com. And if you have any questions, we'll link any links down below. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.
Here's to 2026.
Bye.
Bye.